Morning everybody, it's Travis and today we are going to do a vlog which is a day in the life. I have a day off today so I get to kind of relax and I'm going to show you my routine and then we're going to go play some poker. Right now we're just chilling, relaxing and getting ready for the day. I'm going to go play some music a little bit and then go to the gym. We made it to the gym and we're gonna get a good workout in, go for a little run, do some weights, and get the day going. Workout is complete. We are now going to take a detour to my buddy Adam's house to play a quick game of ping pong. And then we're gonna go to play some poker. Had to fill up and get some gas, and of course I filled up with some coffee too. I don't know how many of you guys drink like copious amounts of coffee, but I just go through a shit ton. Like I think I had like 10 ounces early this morning, and now this is another 24. So we're gonna keep a coffee counter going throughout the day. It's got to be like around 50 ounces. I don't know if that's like insane or not, but I just like it. What's up?
Not much.
We're gonna be in the vlog today.
All right, sounds good.
Round one, fight!
Okay, we are showered, back home, and yeah, getting another cup of coffee here. I'm just gonna wait for my phone to charge, and then I'm gonna be heading out to play some poker at 2:15. All right. All right, everybody, we are here at Trackside in Arlington Heights, Illinois for the 1-2 No Limit Texas Hold'em. We're gonna buy in for $300 and we're just gonna try to run it up. Let's see how it goes.
One, 283.
We buy in for $300 and sit down at the 1-2 tables, and on the very first hand we get dealt pocket kings. The cutoff raises it to
11.
and that will just not do. I decided to 3-bet it to $25 and the cutoff comes along. The flop comes ace 3-3. You hate to see it, but I can't be afraid of an ace, and my range has a lot of aces in it, so I'm going to c-bet for 20 bucks. Villain does call. I'm thinking he has an ace. The turn is a queen. I take the aggressive line and continue to bet to the tune of $40, as my 3-betting range I feel is stronger than his called 3-bet range. He decides, nope, you're wrong, and raises me. It's pretty clear my kings are no good, nor is my represented range good here. Let's fold this one and move on. Villain is kind enough to show me an ace. Next hand, I'm in cutoff with pocket sevens. There is a limp, and then I raise it to 10. The button, small blind, and big blind all make the call. So we go 4 ways to a flop, which comes 5-9-2. It checks to me, in which I bet
15
and get 1 caller in the small blind. The turn is a jack, and even though it's a second card over my pair, the small blind has been a calling station in the short amount of time that I've been at the table, so I'm going to go for some thin value and bet
20.
He ends up calling, and we go to a river. Being in position is so important in this game. If I were to act first, my opponent easily could get me off this hand, even if he didn't have anything. Luckily, he's first to act, so he checks it, and I make an easy check back and flip over the winner. For this one, there's a $5 straddle, and I call with a suited connector. Big blind calls, and straddle checks his option, so we go 3 ways to the flop, which comes out 8, queen, 9. It checks to me, and no one seems interested, so I'll throw out $5 for my open-ender. Big blind calls, and the straddle folds, so we go to a turn, which is the 7 of spades, and we both check it through. The river is a 10 of clubs, giving me the low straight and also completing a flush draw. Big blind now decides to bet out $15. I did think about raising here, but I honestly don't think a worse hand would call me, and if big blind is now betting into me for the first time when a handful of draws hit, there's no point in raising. I decide to call, and what do you know, big blind has a pair of deuces in his hand. He wouldn't have called a raise either way. Let me know if you would have raised the river bet. Here we pick up another premium on this one with ace king of diamonds. There's a straddle, and then next to act raises to $11. I then decide to bump it up to $25. It folds around to the pre-flop raiser, and he goes all in for $84 total. I call, and you can see the dealer right about to turn over the flop, and then another player asks once or twice. Nothing was said prior, so I was just assuming once, but I'll let you listen in on this one.
What's between them?
Whatever you.
Let's go twice.
Twice, sure.
Could just be dead right now.
Not on that one.
Tell me. You got an ace?
I got an ace.
Ace on the bottom. Once it is, all right.
I didn't note the exact cards, but I missed on the first board and hit an ace on the second board against his tens, so we chop it up. I gave the player who suggested once or twice a $5 tip because karma, you know? Now we pick up pocket kings again. Let's see if it goes better for us this time. Hijack raises to $11, and I decide to 3-bet to $25. Hijack pretty quickly calls. The flop comes out 2-3 queen. Checks to me, and I bet $20 and get a quick call. The turn is a 2 of diamonds. It checks to me again, and I bet $30 and get a quick fold. Not really a big pot, but a better outcome than the first pocket kings. Okay, here we go. Pocket kings for a third time, and I'm in the straddle. Let's make some money. Low jack calls $5, small blind calls $5, and then big blind to my direct right, a very loose aggressive player, raises it
35.
as he says.
Give me that dead money.
I decide to just call here since there are 2 players left to act, and I'd love for them to join in. And as I just said, big blind is very loose and aggressive. As small blind decides on a call, you can hear big blind say, the flop comes out queen, 4, 9, all diamonds, and again, you can hear big blind.
Every time I have a monster, they throw three will flush up and check it.
They both check it, and I really wasn't quite sure what to do here, but I figure if anyone has a high diamond, they might at least call 1 bet, so I throw out a bet of...
I'll do 40. 40 is the bet.
And unfortunately, I get 2 pretty quick folds. But again, I'm not going to complain about getting a pot pushed my way. Let's keep the pocket pairs rolling. This time we have pocket jacks and under the gun and raise to $12. Small blind and big blind both call, and we go 3 ways to a flop, which comes out ace, 10, jack. Checks to me, and I end up checking it through. Definitely a mistake on my part. I must have been thinking that this is a heavy board and I flopped a monster, and I don't want these guys to just fold out right away. Again, very wrong to think like that. This board could easily hit their pre-flop calling range. We go to a turn, which is an inconsequential 3 of diamonds, and the small blind decides to lead out for $15. Looking back, the flop I definitely should have bet, but facing this turn bet, I could go either way with raising or calling. Calling makes sense because being in position, we might get him to bet again since we've shown nothing but weakness. Raising also makes sense here since he seems interested and we have a very strong hand and want to get some money in the pot. As played, I decide to call, and we go to a river, which is another inconsequential card in the 2 of spades. Now my opponent bets out $25, and Travis, you better freaking raise now. What are you waiting for? 60? And okay, phew. We do raise to the tune of $60 and get called pretty quickly. He flips over pocket 10s as we both flop trips. Wow, what a cooling flop. Or is it a floppy cooler? Flopped coolness? Anyway, both of us trippy flopped, but luckily I came out ahead. In hindsight, betting this floppity McTriple probably gets our entire stack in the middle of the pot by the end of it. So this hand is interesting. The loose aggressive player straddles, and it's to me where I raise to $15 with the ace 8 of hearts. He decides to pop it to $55, and against this guy, I'll make a speculative call in position and see a flop, which comes out 10, 4, 7. He checks to me surprisingly, so I'll take the lead and bet $25, and he calls. The turn is a king, and he checks again. Here, I do something I'm not really proud of. I take another stab and bet $60 as I'm eyeing the pot and also thinking about how loose this guy is. He ends up going all in, and I really can't do anything about it, so I fold. He ends up showing pocket aces, which I was a little frustrated afterwards because he's been playing so many hands, raising and 3-betting marginal hands, and of course I get into it with him when he has an absolute monster. Oh well, let's move on. Yet again, another pocket pair in the form of 10s where I'm in the big blind. Under the gun raises to 7, hijack then raises it to 21, and I decide to put in a 4-bet here to $50, and here's why. Number 1, I'd like to isolate and have under the gun fold or possibly take the pot down right now. Number 2, I'm out of position. Number 3, pocket 10s doesn't really flop well as there are a bunch of cards that I'm looking to dodge. Under the gun ends up folding and hijack calls, so we go 2 ways to a flop which comes 6-6-2. I dodge all of the overcards, c-bet for $40, and take the pot down pretty quickly. Last pocket pair of the night. I have 10s again, there's a straddle, I raise to $17, cutoff calls, and the straddle calls, where we go 3 ways to a flop which comes out jack, 9, 8, giving me an open ender. I decide to bet for $25 and only the cutoff calls. We go to a turn which is the 3 of diamonds. I decided to slow down and check, and now cutoff bets $45. Maybe he's sensing weakness. I'll call and see what develops on the river. The river is an interesting one, the 10 of diamonds, giving me trips, but putting 4 to a straight. I check, and thankfully he checks it back. I flip over my cards, and we scoop. The last hand we play is a double board bomb pot, and I have an amazing 7-3 offsuit. Oh boy. I'm not going to get in the nitty-gritty of this hand, but basically I'm all in on the turn with trips on the top and an open ender on the bottom. I've got a lot of outs, and I'm leading on the top board pretty good. The loose aggressive guy, of course, shows up going runner for a flush on the top to beat my trips and has a pair on the bottom to take both boards. So we play pretty solid, pick up some good hands, get some pots pushed our way, all to have it swept out from under us on a double board bomb pot where we were pretty ahead and had a ton of outs. Overall, it was a fun session, but not a good way to end it. We'll definitely be coming back and trying again. Just didn't really go too well this time, even though the action is really good. A lot of straddles, a lot of people opening wide, 3-betting wide. It's pretty crazy, but I'm definitely coming back, and it was still a lot of fun. So our day is almost over. I'm gonna drive home and relax. Hey guys, just want to say thanks again for watching and sticking around. I know I've been MIA for a while, but I've just been really busy with work. Hoping to get back into it. My next stop is going to be World Series of Poker, June 25th, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to be meeting up with Jerry Harris. You can check him out in the link below. We're going to be playing the Colossus together and hopefully playing some cash games together. So that'll be my next vlog. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.